Hey everybody, welcome back. And today I thought I would do, instead of doing an anti-haul, I thought I would do, am I going to buy it? Will I buy it? Is that what we're going to call this? I don't know. Everybody has cute names like slays and nays and yes or pass or yes or yawn. I don't know. I'm boring. I don't know what all these hip cool kids are doing. So I think this is just going to be called a will I buy it. And totally giving credit to Samantha March. She's the one who started these. I know a lot of people do them now, so I really enjoy watching them. So I thought it would be fun to just kind of get on here and talk about new releases. I'm probably just going to be going through Trend Mood and just talking about things that catch my eye and talking about if I'm going to buy it or not. So if you want to see new products that I'm interested in and some that just are not doing it for me, then stick around. Oh, and also side note, I just filmed this look and I really was happy with how it turned out. But this eye's being this eye. So it looks like hot, juicy garbage. I apologize. Please try to ignore it. I'm going to be turned this way most of the time anyway. So yeah, sorry guys, it is what it is. I'm a mess. Yeah, the more I do to it, the more it just looks more and more effed up. So we're just going to move on. I apologize for it. Please ignore it. I'm drinking wine to deal with it. It's fine. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is this Animal Crossing collaboration with ColourPop. I know nothing about the game Animal Crossing. I know people get like really into it, and I saw the collection and it's really pretty and I like the monochromatic. That's very eye-catching for me, but things like the little quads, I feel like they would just get lost in my collection, and I feel like I have these shades. I know they have like a pinky yellow quad, they have a neutral quad, a green quad, and a purple quad. I don't know. I mean, it's cute. But I don't have a connection to the game, which I think would be like the only reason I would buy it. You know, ColourPop is always really reasonably priced, but I feel like that's one of those collections. Like some of their collections really catch my eye. But this one is just not doing it for me. So I know that they're out of stock right now and they're about to restock, but that is definitely, I feel like that's definitely one I'm gonna pass on. I don't know, I just feel like, maybe if they were bigger, like monochromatic palettes, they would be more eye-catching to me, but then ColourPop already has so many monochromatic palettes. I understand why they're doing quads for this. But yeah, that's definitely one I'm gonna, I don't know, what is Animal Crossing? Is it like a phone app game? Is it like a Nintendo game? I'm so old. I don't know, guys. I don't understand. Is this like a new thing that all the young kids are doing, Animal Crossing? I don't know. But yeah, it's a cute collection, just it's not tickling my fancy, so I'm gonna probably pass on that one. Next collection that really caught my eye, and I recently bought my first Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette, and I think I'm in love. So when I saw the Divine Rose 2 Mothership collection, I'm looking at it right now, it looks like they have an 8-pan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, it's a 10-pan. So they have a 10-pan Mothership palette, one of the quads. It looks like a highlighter, lipsticks, all that kind of stuff. I bought this. I bought this already. Yeah, I bought the Mothership palette and I bought the quad, and I have absolutely no regrets about that. It's so beautiful, that kind of multi-chrome shadow that is in the Mothership quad that goes from it looks like it goes from pink to purple to gold. I am so excited to try that, and I think I want to use that for my Valentine Day look when me and Daniel have dinner. So I'm really excited. I ordered that one. It should be here Tuesday. So let me know if you want a review on that. But that was just so stunning. I couldn't say no to it. So yeah, I'm weak. I bought that. Please don't judge me. I'm judging me. All right, another palette that kind of caught my eye, but not in a good way, is this new, what is it called? It's called the Burner Phone by Makeup a Murder. I feel like this looks like Claire's makeup to me. Like the color story is really, really pretty. The swatches on here are weird. They did weird animal stencil swatches all over the girl, which I think was an odd choice. But I mean, this looks like Claire's makeup. It looks like a 5-year-old's makeup. I mean, and I've heard good things by Makeup a Murder, but I just don't get down with the bulky. It's one thing to have a theme and stick to it and do it in a really cool kind of subtle way, but I feel like this is just, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of infantile. I don't know. Let me know. Have you tried Makeup a Murder? Is that something like that y'all know anything about? I haven't heard. What I've heard is that the quality's good, but I've only heard that from a couple of places. I don't know. It just turns me off. It's like Glam Light. I can't do Glam Light. I've heard amazing things about Glam Light, but I don't want a big freaking donut that I have to store and then open up, and it's just not my thing. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Okay, next let's talk about, what do we want to talk about next? Oh, these. This is a very odd collection. It looks like Etude. Is that a makeup brand? I guess it's a Etude Official, which is a makeup brand. It looks like maybe a Korean makeup brand. Let me know if I'm wrong, or yeah, it looks like it's a Korean makeup brand. But they're coming out with a collaboration with Hershey's Kiss, and they're coming out with, it looks like three different palettes and maybe some lip colors. Let's see. Yeah, you get like it's a whole collaboration. You get like a stuffed Hershey's Kiss, you get some brushes, it's a makeup pouch. I'm sorry, it's not a stuffed Hershey's Kiss, it's a makeup pouch. You get like lip mousses, and then it comes with 3 different palettes: milk chocolate, almond chocolate, and special dark chocolate. I don't know, maybe if you're like a super like stoked about like a Hershey's Kiss makeup collection, or if you really like Hershey's Kisses, maybe. I mean, they're cute little palettes, but these are just colors that I have personally, I have a million times over, and I would hate that packaging. Again, it's that bulk. I want packaging to be like rectangular or square or something like that, so it's not a hassle to store and keep and pull out. I feel like that would be something that would just be a nuisance in my collection. And yeah, I'm not it's cute to look at, but I think that would be about the extent of it. I'd be like, oh, that's cute to look at, and now I'm done with it. I'm not having a good makeup day. It's just fighting me. It's fighting me today. The next collection I saw are these new palettes from NARS. So there's, let's see, golden, it's the one with the golden packaging, and it says NARS all over it, and it comes with 9 eyeshadows, and it looks like there's a cheek duo too. These are beautiful. They're $49 a piece, and I have tried some NARS products, but I've never tried their eyeshadows. No, that's a lie. I do have a couple of their dual intensity eyeshadows that I really enjoy. I might pick the eyeshadow palette up for this one just because it's so freaking beautiful. $49 for 9 shades, that's not bad. It's not cheap, it's not a deal, but that's not really bad. And from what I've heard about this collection, it's really pretty. I don't even know what I guess it's called the Uninhibited Eyeshadow Palette, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's really pretty. That's a maybe for me, but I mean, 75% of the reason why I would buy that would be for the packaging. Next palette is the Dragon Beauty Birthday Collection. Hard pass. I mean, the colors are pretty. I guess the theming's okay. It's kind of childish, but she's such a shit person that I just don't want to support her. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Next palette is actually really, really pretty. It's beautiful. It's the Suva Beauty, the Toppers palette. And Suva Beauty is one of those brands that I really want to try, and I just haven't gotten around to it. This palette is beautiful. The packaging's stunning. It's very simple. It's to the point. I love the theming on it. It is only $35, which I think is a really good price. I think people get a little bit out of shape when indie brands have higher price points, but when you think about one, the risk that they're taking, the kind of the risk, the labor intensive nature of what they're doing, I understand why indie brands are a little bit more expensive. And this is beautiful, and I would totally buy this if I did not have the BH Cosmetics, what is it, the Backlight highlighting palette, and I still have the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, which I would use for this purpose. So it really wouldn't serve a unique purpose in my collection. They look absolutely beautiful. I don't know. Let me know if you think this is something I should pick up. So again, it's $35. It's gorgeous. I do want to try Suva Beauty, but I think this just might not be the launch for me. But let me know. I think that looks really good, and I've heard really good things about Suva Beauty. Next launch, I definitely want to pick up something from, and I keep checking back to see when it's going to be launching, and that is the Black Cherry collection from MAC. This is beautiful. This is what people want to see from MAC collections. This is so stunning. And guys, I'm not a hardcore MAC collector, but when a collection comes out and it looks this good, I pick up usually 1 or 2 things. So this collection, and it just says spring 2021, but it's going to have 3 lipsticks, Dramarama, which is a pink coral, Moody Bloom, which is a bright yellow red, Balloon Box, bright salmon pink. None of those really sound up my alley, which is a shame because I love the MAC lipsticks, but I'm not going to pick up one if it doesn't suit me. They have lip balm, so Floral Coral, which is a coral pink, Pinking of You, Milky Pink, Fleur Welcome, Pinky Red, Blossoms or Bust. The blushes, I think I'm going to get 1 or 2 of the blushes because they look beautiful. They have Room to Boom, Warm Light Apricot, Don't Tough, Coral Apricot, Dilly Dolly Light Pink, Under My Plum, Plummy Pink. A Fix Plus Setting Spray, Lashes, Eyeliner, and Mascara. So they're available in China now, but they're coming soon. But I haven't seen these come out. I'm sure they're going to be just the regular prices. This is a collection that MAC hasn't come out with something this beautiful in a while, and these are stunning. I might get one of the lip balms because those are really pretty too. But yeah, I am really interested in that collection. Maybe just picking up 1 or 2 pieces. Just MAC is one of those brands where I just kind of let myself indulge every now and then if the packaging is stunning. All right, the next launch is kind of catching my attention, which is weird because it's from a brand that I have just never been interested in, and that's Dominique Cosmetics. I don't know what it is. It's like with her palettes, you'd think I would like them, but it's either the color story or the packaging. Something just is always just not kind of like turning me off on that brand, which I don't have anything against her. I've never really watched her, and from what I've seen, people really like her palettes. But the Transition palette, which launched, it's already out. It's $48. But you get 15 shades. It says long wearing blendable matte pigments, and they're supposed to be good for the face or eyes, which I think is a really interesting concept. I don't have a ton of just straight white matte eyeshadow palettes, and this one looks really beautiful. The swatches look really beautiful. The colors are gorgeous. I like the idea of calling it a transition shade and just it being inclusive like that. So this is one I might be picking up. This is a maybe for me for sure. So it's really pretty to look at. So yeah, that's a big maybe. This one is such a freaking cash grab, and I don't know. There's something that rubs me the wrong way about this one. And this is Off-White by Amory Pacific. Is that what it is? It's the protection box. It says target skin concerns related to wearing masks during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Cotton pads, soothing and hydrating sheet masks, UV protecting tone-up cushion and moisturizing lip balm, a cloth mask, and strap for everyday convenient wear. Also the play kit, which serves as an interpretation of the traditional Korean game Ute Nori. Will be available. It's already out. It came out January 31st. I don't know. That just seems like we're in the middle of a pandemic. Please grab here, buy this luxury collaboration. Man, I don't know. That one just kind of rubs me the wrong way, and I think that's kind of dumb. But, hey, that's just me. I'm drinking wine. I'm feeling a certain kind of way, guys. All right. All right, guys, another launch from ColourPop that I'm just not feeling, and that is their Valentine's Day collection. There is nothing in this I don't like the packaging on this collection. I don't like the color schemes. I think everything in this is very, very redundant to me. I don't know. This just looks, there's nothing innovative about this collection. It just seems kind of all over the place. The eyeshadow palettes I'm sure are fine. I mean, I'm sure the products are fine because, everybody, ColourPop seems to be pretty consistent when it comes to their products lately. But I don't know. It's like you've got the one highlighter and then you've got the blushes that look like the Too Faced Love Flush blushes. You've got the 5-pan kind of Natasha Denona-esque, mini palettes. The pink one is pretty, but again, it's not something unique. It's not something special. It just seems like they kind of just slapped this together and was like, okay, we've got a Valentine's Day release. So it just kind of seems lazy to me. So that's a hard pass for me. Another palette that I actually am really intrigued by, and I think it's just, again, I have a bias towards Urban Decay, is the Naked Wild West palette. This outside packaging is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I heard somebody, I can't remember who, I think it was Britt Clark, saying that if they had released this as a multi-chrome like palette to go along with the outside packaging, it would have been insane. I think Urban Decay needs to let go of the Naked line. I think they've pushed it as far as they can push it and beyond, and I think it's just getting a little sad at this point. I think they could use that same kind of format and packaging style and, you know, start with something fresh and something new, because people like I like the packaging. I like the functionality of it, but I think they could come out with some amazing monochromatic palettes and just not have them be part of the Naked line. Just make it something new. Stop trying to make Naked happen. Like, it's over, guys. You know, and don't get me wrong, I love my Naked palettes, and I will probably buy this palette because I think it looks beautiful. It's a gorgeous color story. I think some people are kind of bored by it, but I think it looks really pretty. It'd be something I would use, but I just wish they would let go of the naked thing. I feel like it's, you know, they've done it, they beat it to death, and it's time to go. This is $49, so it's, you know, I'm glad to see they've come down in price from the $54 price tag, because, you know, it's like, oh, well, it's a $5 difference. Well, you know, it's still, I feel like it's more appealing at $49, but that's just me. So I probably will buy that palette. I just feel like, because I like the color story and the packaging is stunning, but I just feel like it's time to kind of, for them to let that go. I don't know. What are your thoughts on the Naked palettes? Are y'all over them? Do you like them? You know, do you like this palette? Is that something you're interested in? I really like the palette. I just think it's weird that they're still trying to make it happen. Too Faced. They're coming out with a new lipstick line called the Lady Balls lipsticks. Why? Like, the La Creme lipsticks were so good. Like, can you even still get those? Are they still a thing? Let me look. Hold on. Yeah, they discontinued the La Creme lipsticks. I remember that happening. And which is just such a shame, because they're such a good quality. The matte formula was really good, and the cream formula was really good. These are just, ugh, I don't know. I don't want to buy a Lady Balls lipstick. I just don't. I have the liquid lipstick in the shade Lady Balls, which in itself as a shade name I think is kind of funny and it makes me giggle, but like, I don't want a whole line of lipsticks or lipsticks from a whole, you know, a line where everything is under the name Lady Balls. I don't know. I just feel that's kind of, I feel like Too Faced just doesn't know what to do with themselves right now. They're kind of all over the place. Okay, this is a release that caught my eye and I was like, what is this? It is from Milk. It's the Colored Chalks by Milk Makeup. Handmade glide onto eyelids, lips, cheeks, or beyond for buildable shimmer payoff. They come in a peel-off wrapper, and portable reusable tube, can be used wet or dry, infused with a blend of essential oils for subtle scent, silky shimmering, 14 shades, $18 each. So there are, yeah, 14 shades. These just look obnoxiously difficult to use. Like, I've never been drawn to Milk Makeup at all. Like, none of their products have ever appealed to me. And I think it really is just because they seem to have a penchant for packaging their products in the most irritatingly stupid way possible. Guys, I'm so sorry. This just looks like it is going to be difficult to use. You're going to have to put a brush in it anyway. You've got to peel it off, and I don't know. The colors are pretty, but no, I'm just going to stick to my eyeshadows. Thanks. That's a hard pass for me as well. Another release that I'm actually really interested in is the Ride or Die 7-Day Makeup Eraser Set for 25 bucks. I think that's great. I have makeup erasers and they work really well, and I think it's a really just nice kind of sustainable way to, you know, remove your makeup along with like a good balm. You don't need all the cotton pads and the, you know, because really when you wear makeup like I do, you're using 20 freaking cotton pads to, you know, with some micellar water to get everything off your face. And I feel like I can just throw some micellar water on my makeup erasers that I have, and they really do a good job of taking them off. So I like that there's this kind of 7-day reusable set that's, you know, for a really reasonable price. I think that's really good. I think I'm going to be, that's a release I'm really, really interested in. So I'm excited to try those, because they're just the little tiny round ones. They're not like the big cloths. Another release that is just going to be, I'm just assuming this release is going to be a dumpster fire on wheels, and that's the Jaclyn Valentine's Day mystery boxes. She says she's not restocking them. I know they sold out in like 2 minutes. I know she says she's not restocking them. I'll believe that when I see it because I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. So, yeah, that would be a hard pass for me anyway because, yeah, not interested. Next releases are coming from an Instagram account called Indie Makeup Spotlight. So let's talk about some indie releases. So the new Odin's Eye Cosmetics, the Nords collection is out. I am very interested in this brand. I love their theming. I think it's very beautiful and interesting. I've always been like a fan of mythology. I think it's just fun and interesting how cultures are reflective of their mythology. And I've got to say, I think this palette's beautiful. I did order the big palette for this collection. I also ordered, I think it's called the Alva 2 palette while I was making that order because if you spend over 50 euros or something, it was free shipping and you get a free scarf. I don't know. I just wanted the free shipping. But this collection looks beautiful. So it does have the collection does include the large palette, which is, I think it's just called the Norns eyeshadow palette, and it's 28.90 euros, which is about $35. And then they have these smaller mini palettes for each of the Norns. So there's 3 sisters apparently who weave the web of destiny. They're kind of like the fates in Greek mythology, kind of, is what I gathered from watching Angelica Nykovis. I hope I'm saying her name right. Her video, which is interesting. So that's a beautiful, I mean, there's some gorgeous colors in here, the blues and the greens and the purples and just some nice deep grungy mattes. I'm really excited to try that one. Plus, I'm trying to get more into indie brands and kind of just see what's out there. Menagerie Cosmetics, which is another brand that I've always wanted to try. I don't think I talked about them in my video, but they're coming out with a new 12 shade pressed, it's called the Pressed Flight Club eyeshadow palette. I'm interested to see what that's going to be because I think they always have really just beautiful concepts. Their art on their packaging is really beautiful, and I always feel like it goes really well with the theme of the palette. So I could see this being kind of a berry purpley type of palette. It looks really, the outside of it looks interesting. So I am interested to see what they are coming out with. I'm also really trying to get my hands on the Aurora Flare Multi-Chromes from Divina Cosmetics. Like I said, I've purchased from Divina several times. It's been several years, and she's just blown up, and I feel like every time I go on her site, everything is sold out. It's very inconvenient for me. No, I'm really, really happy for her because she just puts out beautiful products, and I just can't get my hands on them. So I am looking to try and get my hands on those, so I'm hoping that when those restock, I can pick those up. I think those are really, really beautiful, and I'm excited to try those. Another thing I already know I'm getting because I ordered it is the Kaleidos Club Nebula palette. This thing looks so beautiful. Mine has shipped and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I just love the color story in this palette. It's stunning. The blues and the greens with just a little bit of those kind of warm peachy red shades. Gorgeous. Everything I've seen on this palette, I think I'm going to be very happy with this palette when I finally get it in my hands. So that is a definite purchase for me because I already purchased it. I know that is restocking. I want to say it's restocking on the 17th, I believe. So yes, I did pick up the Kaleidos palette. I think they're sold out and they're restocking. I'm not 100% sure on that. But that is a palette that I just think is so beautiful and I'm really interested to try that out. Another company I want to try is Sydney Grace, but again, all their stuff is always sold out, but they are doing a Temptalia collab, and the packaging from this collab looks amazing. Apparently it's going to be 3 palettes, and when you put them all together, it's like one continuous piece of art. It's really beautiful. It's not very, it's not very realistic in terms of how you would store those palettes, but absolutely intriguing to me. I've always loved Temptalia. I used to watch her YouTube channel before she got like chased off of YouTube. I want to say she got chased off of YouTube by Doe Deer from Lime Crime, who, it's a whole nother drama story before, that was like before Jeffree Star time. There was actually drama in the beauty community before Jeffree Star. But this palette looks amazing, and from everything I've heard of about Sydney Grace, I have no doubts that this palette would be just absolutely gorgeous. So I am keeping my eyes and ears open for more news on that release. Oh, all right, I did find a picture of the Flight Club palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. Yep, it is a purpley fuchsia-y kind of palette. That one I think is probably definitely gonna go on the wants list because that looks beautiful. I'll put a picture up here. The last thing that looks really interesting that as I'm just looking through, I'm on the indie mood, and I'm gonna link all these Instagram accounts below, is apparently the El Barrio palette from Terra Moon is back in stock. I've heard amazing things about that palette. So the El Barrio palette is coming back in stock. It's gonna be $45, but it's 9 shades. It's a really beautiful color story, and I've heard amazing things about this palette. So that is definitely going, those shades look gorgeous. So that's definitely going on the list for me. Plus they have some new multi-chromes. Apparently Terra Moon is coming out with some new multi-chromes. So yeah, really excited about those releases. And their promo pictures for their like multi-chromes and highlighters are really, really pretty. The ones that I've seen. All right, everybody, so those are just some new releases or restocks and just my thoughts on them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun doing it. So I think this is a really kind of cool way to kind of just stay up on what is new with makeup, which I feel like I've been so out of it for over a year that it's just, it's going to be a good way for me to get back in and see what's really going on and kind of stay on top of the latest makeup news. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, let me know what your thoughts are down below. Are any of these interesting to you? Do you want to pick them up? Or are you just not interested at all? I always love hearing what you guys have to say. I apologize again for this. Look at that. It's so irritating. Oh my God, I'm so irritated by my eye right now. First world problems, Heather. First world problems. But guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you as always. And until next time, you guys have an amazing day. Have a rockin' week, and I will see you then. Bye.